should we get to what we were actually doing in Trinidad?
Okay, sure. Yeah.
All right, so we weren't selling illicit drugs, as I said on a radio interview. And,
You did say that?
yeah, I did.
Me never ever eat. Jesus.
Yeah, so like, oh, was it the podcast? I think it was a podcast. It was a podcast. I think it was a podcast.
Why would you say that?
Yeah,
I think that was
podcast.
your reaction. Like,
yeah. Like,
Really?
we're selling illicit drugs. Yeah.
don't
No,
say
we
that.
weren't selling drugs.
Don't say that.
First of all, just I'd like to say apologies to Fix Nation out there and to the people that we just spring this pan, you know, our go on. We did tease it, I think, 2 weeks before we left. Remember, me did say like we'll have a big thing for announce or something like that. But yeah, the following week I forgot. Go on. So yes, so the people them who did genuine surprise and were like, oh, what the fuck, you never tell me.
Yeah.
Yes, we got this planned trip for Trinidad like 3 months now. And
But you know, you're not gonna talk it. Many sit between the cup and the lip, as old people would say.
yeah. We just
Yeah,
want to
sure.
say, yo, the plan was to say, yo, we just gonna stop doing things here. Make it seem like, oh, we're done. You know what I mean? I did, oh, we're in Trinidad.
We're
That type
done.
of shit. Yeah, but yes, we went to Trinidad, as I say. Trinidad, spent 2 weeks. Was 3 months in the works. And I want to see the interviews that we did while we were there. But just to make you know that what you see that was posted while we're in Trinidad doesn't even equal to half of the shit that we did there. So what we actually did while we were in Trinidad, I believe we said this on couple radio interviews. Speaking of, we're also, you know, of the mindset, hey, let's do a little media tour, little media run. You know what I mean? Had some little interviews set up. So did like 4 interviews on radio stations. Yeah. I mean, make Trinidad know so we're there in them town, you know what I mean? Yeah. And separate and apart from that, we shot several different interviews, about 25. Am I wrong? Or
That's a lot. Like,
around that number.
Yeah.
About 25 interviews, separate and apart from the one them want to sit on the channel. They're all done with the thoughts of doing a documentary on Trinidad.
nice.
We name the Fix Productions, not the Fix Podcast. We have a podcast. I would say we need to live up to the production name. So we, along with the Forum Group, had the idea of doing this documentary. They put together the whole trip. A shout outs to the Forum Group. They put the whole thing together.
Well, the cost.
Yes, they put the bill. So shout out to the Forum Group.
Johnny helped put everything together. Big up
Shout
Big
out
Kev.
to Johnny Bravo, Big Kev, who helped put the interviews together. He was of the mindset that we're trying to break some record. I don't know what told him that. I was like, yo, how much interviews you ever did in one day? Like, probably like 4. Oh, yeah, so hey, if things went to plan, we'd have gone like 30. We're like, yo, I think the 25 is enough. You know, we weren't trying to break any, you know, world record of interviews done a day. You know what I mean? But we're grateful to Johnny Bravo. If you haven't seen the podcast with him, you can go watch it. But yes, we shot several different interviews with a documentary in mind. Very ambitious thing that we're doing. It's so much that we might just turn it into a docu-series. Very ambitious shit.
Yeah.
So yes, that's the pre.
I'm excited to see.
I am too, man. We have some plans for it. It's just about getting the work done, which is going to take some time. I won't promise the people them a release date.
Yeah.
As we say, it's going to take some time. But just know that is what is in post-production right now. And that's what the main objective was while in Trinidad. Thanks to everybody that participated, that did the interviews with us.
True.
We spoke to several artists, several DJs, radio personalities, a politician or a few managers, beat makers, videographer. We nearly did talk to a policeman. That never worked out. We nearly talked to one of the top politicians them too in the country. That never worked out. But yeah.
We're trying to Talk to the Prime Minister.
We were trying to talk to the Prime
So
Minister.
why you laugh? Nothing wrong.
That just shows the ambitious. You know,
Very
the ambition that we
You
had
never
on
know.
this.
You never know.
And the thing is like, Johnny Bravo is so connected in several different aspects of society. Like connected to the streets, connected to soca, connected to corporate, connected to politicians.
Yeah.
The man connects no, nah, man.
Yeah.
It's not at all. So shout out again to Johnny Bravo. Shout out to who put us onto Johnny Bravo.
Jaiga.
Shout out to Jaiga. That's probably somebody you'll be seeing on the platform soon. I mean, get to know his story. And yes, interesting character as well. Shout out to Shadow. Shout out to everybody that made this whole trip possible.
Yeah.
It got a bit rocky towards the end. You know, I tell a lot of people, there were arguments, there was screaming, there was shouting, there was people vexed with one another.
I know one.
This is why we started the podcast with that song. It's for a reason, all right? The shit that happened towards the last 2 days of that trip, we probably like we did laugh and joke about it amongst ourselves, but we're probably serious. We're probably gonna write a book about it. It's probably going to be published works from us.
I'm so glad you
later down in life.
I'm so glad you never add what you said to me.
Nobody there. Nobody's there again.
Yeah, don't tell him.
No, I'm so glad. We will laugh about that shit after, but like it was so funny.
Yeah, like. Yeah, it wasn't
then.
It wasn't funny at all. It wasn't funny.
I'm gonna
at all.
say it, but cut this shit out, please,
Alright,
Naro.
cool.
Naro.
Is there somewhere you want to make this live, or you just cut it out?
Cut it out. No, cut it out.
Alright, cool.
Because he's like, but no,
You can write a book.
Which have been about?
That's a lot of This part, oh, it's so like
This one, oh yeah. So
it's crazy.
that's the cutout part. Yeah, all right. That was our edit point. Yeah. So
So that last part, they never make you say, "Nah, come back."
no,
it did in the
Yeah.
moment, but I
Yeah.
feel like I'm not happy.
no. I think I love Trinidad. Like I love it. Like the vibe of it. It's so chill and not like people are like, oh, Ari, yeah man, like everything cool, everything. Like no, them. It just feel pretty much chill.
Yeah.
Like chill vibes. Like everywhere you pretty much can walk from your yard to your work, depending. And even if you drive, it's like a 15-minute drive.
it felt safe.
It felt safe
For the most part, yeah.
For the most part, yeah, for real.
That was what,
And it's just like I really love it. I really love Trinidad.
I don't feel like when I get for fully explore.
No.
As even them I said Tobago was a place to be like,
Yeah.
like the beach, them
Yeah.
and like the real islandy part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What was the probably on our next trip? If we were to go to Trinidad again, we're never going to do what we did. Never again. Oh, God. Believe you me, people. And this is where I want to take the time out to really big up Ari and Jervis and the team. You know what I mean? For what we did there. Believe me, people. What we did in 2 weeks is crazy.
It's a lot of work.
And like
For what we
what we want to do.
Yeah.
And the amount of work that we got done. The very fact that we were able to do all those interviews for the documentary, do podcasts, do interviews
Plus
for the
vlog.
channel, plus vlog,
Yeah.
plus the media run.
Yeah.
It was crazy. From the moment we landed, we were working. Till the moment we left.
Yeah.
The night before.
The day after we reached Trinidad about minutes to reach the Airbnb after 10 minutes to 11, and then the next morning
Work.
Yeah.
and then
We never got there for play.
Thursday.
You still did that work when you come back and you post video.
The same day. It was non-stop.
Yeah, it was.
Non-stop work. So
Yeah.
big ups to Ari, big ups to Jervis. We put them through the ringer. Go
Stadium
on.
applause.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
bomba class.
Alright, oh sorry. Oh, you want the bomber cloth or you want
No,
stadium
I'm a
class?
stadium Rasta class.
Oh, okay. No.
Go team, go. That's for everybody. Good
For
job,
everybody,
guys.
go on. You know what I mean?
Good job.
Shout out to Jervis, shout out to Aaron. One of the first images that we saw from our trip I heard that you see as lighting girl, all up light and all
Yeah.
these things.
Being
Know what I mean?
assistant.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Mama credit.
Jervis be that way, that fun.
But yeah, man, big ups to them, big up to the whole team. I will take a break out of this podcast to big up our sponsors. Pure 20, I'm not taking off the glasses. Pure 24. It's time to buckle down during this Easter and really think about making better choices. Pure 24 is an easy and delicious choice when it comes to getting your body what it needs. Entering this season, anything you can do to boost your immune system is a definite plus, and you can do that with 1 scoop of their powders, a sip of their tea, or even some of their yummy gummies. You don't know, so you can visit their website at pure24store.com. Their product ship all across the world, and can use our code THEFIX to get 50% off all items. That's code THEFIX to get 15% off all purchases. The only gummies you'll need for a better life. There we go. Ari,
Trends and
There we
Deals.
go.
Follow them on Instagram at Trends and Deals. And they are your one-stop shop for trendy lifestyle items. Trust me, guys. Their celiac acid, their ordinary brand, has been saving my face. I didn't carry it with me overseas, but I got to start back the regimen.
People them
I
did that
see
say
a
look
one
like
bump.
get browner.
I want
get
one
some of that
bump that's
orange brown
like,
there.
yeah, it's not happening right now. So big up to Trends and Deals.
Shout out. Big up you, Javi. You know what I mean? You don't know if circumstances
here.
were different.
Yeah,
You'd have
sure,
been on that
guys
trip.
on.
Couple people see we are asked about it. What Javi there? You know what I mean? Like,
So the pussy them cut them.
yo, they really go on trip without
They left
Javi.
me.
Them are previous
I was like,
pussy.
yeah, because even a couple of the weirder people. So where's Javi?
Yeah.
We're like, Javi has kids.
Because even when we send them the promo picture, we send them the three away. I was say, team.
Yeah.
I said, we thought there was three on them. Where the next one then? She got kids.
We left her with her kids, man.
Yeah.
You got kids.
You know, so I feel bad enough because I'm telling them to send picture and video, you know, like to keep me, you know. in
Javi,
the
we're
loop.
busy.
Javi,
Oh, we
we
did though.
tried.
We tried.
We tried,
I was like, good, you know, first couple days I get picture and video, then nothing else for the
Javi, we tried. We really tried.
Tried,
Like,
yeah.
it was go, go,
and Jervis
go, go.
story that me I live through. Like,
Go,
oh,
go,
them
go,
today.
Go,
Nice.
go.
All we're going like, we look bigger to you, like we look like we expand in size.
You probably look, yeah, you put on
I
a
do.
little weight.
Yo, we
Yeah.
ate not but fast food over there.
Yeah.
Cause
I
I-
get for run, come I know you
I
always
did
do
not.
that.
I should have brought some. Like even that was one I part I mentioned to like what good about Trinidad, like park space.
Yeah.
Oh,
Park
yeah.
space.
Nice. So like,
Nice
and it was
parts,
so
man.
it was in
Them
close
up back there,
proximity.
them have no food.
Yeah.
And in
you to
close
stay fit.
proximity, and it feel like, and it looked like a lot of them walk too. So like because
Oh.
your home and your work is so close by, it probably is like
Yeah.
a 10 minute. And even if it's a 10 minute, like you feel like commuting isn't so hectic. While with us, you know, it's like standstill
Beer
traffic. You know, your work to your yard is like a 40 minutes drive sometime,
Yeah.
depending. It's just like, ugh, yeah, yeah.
It's crazy. I want to send out a message to the Trinidad artists as well. Because I won't get too much into that, but some little things that are going on in that. Because as we say, we're there and we are shoot things and them are come out.
Yeah.
While we do documentary interviews. So it's like some of them got it twisted and thing and say, oh, we see them there Japan. What was there? Like, bro.
Think a
it's-
style thing.
Yeah, they are style thing. Like, yo, we're
Yeah.
not style nobody. You know what I mean? This is for something super special.
Right.
Super special. So for the people who we did interviews with, don't watch no face because when there's a couple interviews drop, no, we're not part of something much more special. All right? Yes or no, everything from it is going to be in there. But just know, say, everybody, we're going to try to divvy up like the best parts of the interviews to make a good project. You know what I mean? A good documentary or docu-series. You see me? Want everybody be shown in the best of lights. I really just wanted to highlight Trinidad pan a whole. And just give thanks again to everybody that was with it and really lended their support, other than Johnny Bravo, people who saw what we were doing and, you know, really got on board and, you know, provided even just that little support there
Yeah.
in any which way they could. So big up to everybody that got what we were doing and that was on board. Give bless up to all and again to the Trinidad artists, them don't watch no face.
Something big is coming.
Something bigger
Why?
forward. We don't know the time yet. All right, but it's forwarding.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what I'll say.
So the overall aim and goal of this trip, and we hope to do more. So you
Yes.
know what? Let this be a clarion call, I guess, for any person in the Caribbean who's watching this.
The
And
fix
you-
will come to your city.
yeah, just pay for it. No, but we really, dancehall is huge. And we know it's huge in America, Canada, of course Jamaica, but the Caribbean is really the main supporter of dancehall. And we see there's so much intersectionality between Jamaican culture and Trinidad culture and how it merge, and like even the artists them sometimes you never even know say them on a Jamaican the way them
First time
sound
I heard them.
so
Yeah.
in
First time
tune
heard them
and know
songs,
the
yeah.
patois and everything. So I mean, we just wanted to highlight that, and I think that's the goal of us. Is just the aim for this year is to expand and to reach territories, regional territories, hopefully global in time, but regional territories, to see how dancehall interlap, how it's celebrated, how it's functioning, to use Mr. Harding and staff word, how it's functioning in the space, and just like celebrate and highlight regional dancehall artists. Like I feel like I don't want to say we've reached the top or the limit here in Jamaica, but the aim is to kind of shine a light and to shine and to give a platform to these artists. And I think one of the things that was like clear and repeated to us was just like what we're doing is really good for the artists then, because Trinidad, yeah, it's a great country, but the dancehall over there isn't like, them play it on the radio, but they don't really have like a major platform that can help
put it
bring
this way, like them see us as an industry and they don't know how we us here. We don't this as an industry like that. But them like from the outside looking in, like from in Trinidad looking in Jamaica, it's like, oh, you guys have a dancehall industry.
Yeah.
And, that's how it's seen like over there. Over there, not but dancehall. Well, not for saying not, but like dancehall play a whole heap.
Yeah.
Valiant play a whole heap over there.
True.
Whole heap over there.
And get good forward.
And it's like, you just, for piggyback on what Ari say, you just see that, the influence Jamaican culture over there is huge.
And just see that, like, just to see how the cultures merge and blend.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that we'd want to explore and highlight throughout the region, like just how much Jamaica is in other people's culture and how much of an like the influence and the effect that it has in the space, So we know that soca is another big genre in the territory, but dancehall.
Just to put this out there as well, we tried to talk to soca artists, but apparently they're booked and busy.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So it's not that,
Yeah.
we never want to talk to the soca artists out there. We know we have our feelings about the music, but we're always willing to talk to soca
it's
artists.
work.
It's just work. You know what I mean? And they have their audience as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But booked and busy. Now, those are some of the interviews that we wanted to do and drop while we're over there as well.
Yeah.
And if they
Carnival
wanted to
season
speak
still.
about, Trinidad, get them in as well. But yeah, apparently some of them never want. That's a different story. But yeah, we say we're going to see if we can set up some of those as well, because apparently they never know there was an interest. So it look like a link is set there now where we can get some of them in when they're in the country. So
Because of our soca time now, apparently.
yeah.
Yeah.
So look, be on the lookout for that. But yeah, be on the lookout for this docu-series / possible documentary that we'll be doing.
Well, it's a documentary.
It's a documentary which may end up be a docu-series based on the amount of based on the amount of things that we shot. But yeah, man, give thanks. Are there anybody we're leaving out that may be pissed because we left them out?
You just have to say big up everybody.
I swear. Cause all that
Everybody
cause
themselves.
little bacchanal over there. Like
Because you using Trinity terms.
little bacchanal. You love the bacchanal. I'm like, never that. I never love no bacchanal. Burn you.
Accent it.
I caught it. You never catch it? I caught some of it. You never
I
see
say
it.
South Africa.
No. And that's the thing. Some of them sound African to me.
Yeah.
When them talk, so as some me come off, I just saw them sound.
Unless they could have barely understand some of the artists then.
Yeah, especially when they speak
like,
fast.
Yeah,
What?
somebody like, yeah.
but
sorry, what?
but that's one of the things I realized too. So you know, you talk patois.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're talking native dialect.
Them not understand.
Them not understand. Them say, can you please repeat?
Yes,
Yeah.
not a
Can you
whole heap
please
of time,
repeat?
especially at restaurants.
Yeah. So what happened now is like, oh, okay, I have to talk standard English
Yes.
for you to understand what I'm saying.
And she come off like American now. Like, she usually come off. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Excuse me, miss. Can I have a chicken sandwich, please? She know what truth. And you know what truth. You know what she said. Yeah, like that's how she have to talk.
Really go there with no potter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, yo, no, the first night is like, yo, can we have like a chicken sandwich, please? Or we're not up on the menu or whatever. And they're like, what?
So like in them situation, I would use stand on English, but otherwise, me just talk straight patois. Like, me go deep in a patois because my mindset was if Uno confuse me, never confuse me. It was just, me just want to create a bag of confusion because Uno not going to just have me a confused. You know what I mean? So me are confused. You know what I mean? That was my mindset. Me use it as a defense mechanism. Yeah. You know what I mean?
A child.
Yeah. But again, big up to all the artists, everybody that took part in the documentary. Shout out to Myron and IENT. Shout out to Myron. You know what I mean? Funny thing about that, me did tell you some of that. Say, yo, we did look for a place where we could have shoot the podcast.
Yeah.
We'll go here, there, and everywhere. And it turns out the perfect spot was just
Right
2
there.
minutes away. 150 meters away. I kid you not.
Next
That's
door.
what map said. You know what I mean? And it was right there. Shout out to RKG that set that link. It was a cool place. So that might just be our base while in Trinidad. I might do further, like dealings.
Big up all the radio stations, 99.1 FM.
Yes, boom, champions.
Boom, champions. 96.1.
Yes. 93.6.
Yeah.
I'm just calling numbers now.
Don't forget.
We have all of them, you know what I mean? Shout out to all of the radio stations that
yeah.
interviewed us and hosted us, man.
Yeah.
That's good. So
Good vibes, good stuff.
shout out to the people of Trinidad. On the food, not quite it, but yes, we would consider moving there. Oh, God, yeah.
Not
Or at least
now.
expand in there. Not now, but different story.
A joke.
Oh yeah, shout
No,
out.
because you're telling them, well, the food isn't good. The food
Oh,
is great.
Oh,
It's great
Alright.
food.
At the restaurant.
I like being honest with you. You know what I mean? She dwells in dishonesty. So
The truth is overrated, okay?
I mean,
You tell the truth and they hate
on the
you.
country better, on the food just not quite it. It's facts.
Too much innocent killing a one. Real get a youth, them a suffer so hard. When me say put down the gun, put down the knife. Better way fi live in these times of life. Too much innocent killing a one. Real get a youth, them a suffer so hard.
Broke man, mama curry, who the fuck ya pick up now you broke down sunny. You can't bed me in a it's not in a China. Me a bad girl, so me can't style up. Only can't spend some time if you kind up. Run the dollars, run the check, make it pile up.
The thing large, black cheap on a digi SIM card. Lift a skirt, me see the pink jaws. Girl I listen anytime the king talk. The thing man I mint ball, girl I lick the king balls. The thing
God on time, bar me mind. Now watch no face when me fall behind, cause I got on time. You don't rush the thing, fall back in a line, cause I got on time. Gone days me had a 9, them say me